guys, it's me. It's from Elizabeth Does Flosstube. This is episode 21, I think. It is Friday, January 28th. I have been super busy this week trying to stitch on a little bit of everything. Sorry. I tried to stitch on every project a little bit. There's two that I didn't get to, but stitched on everything else. I'm gonna start with the floor pillow I made. That way I have something to sit on after I show you, because I'm not super comfortable right now. So I found a tutorial on Pinterest on how to make a floor pillow, and then I had bought the stuff to make one, and then I'm like, it's gonna cost me so much to make one, I might as well just buy one. So I bought one off of Walmart.com. It came and it was useless, so I returned it, and then figured I would go to a thrift store, find some fabric or a blanket or something I could use for the fabric. Well, I found a cloth shower curtain, and I'm like, that is pretty and it'll work. So here is my giant floor pillow, and it's like 5 inches thick. I tufted it with giant plastic buttons, so it's super nice. It's, I think, 24 inches square, and then it's like 5 inches thick, and it's like, I don't know, 2.5 bags of polyfill. So I'm gonna sit on it now. So there we go. So now when I'm sitting here on the floor cross stitching, I pull my Lowry stand and I can sit on this. Super nice. So that was the first thing. Other than that, like I said, I've tried to stitch on everything. I've got a couple of new starts that I really like. And then, so I use Pattern Keeper, and a lot of the patterns I bought off of Etsy were paper patterns. So I use my printer that's a scanner, copier, everything, and you can scan and save it to your computer as a PDF. So I spent, I don't know, like half an hour, 40 minutes scanning all these paper patterns. It shouldn't have taken that long, except Maggie wanted to, you know, help. So she kept like getting in the way and wanting to touch my computer, and so it was super fun. She's in her room playing her game. So if I get called away, I get called away. But, so I showed this file box that I got at a thrift store, and it's a hanging file box, so it's got the rails for hanging file folders, and I've decided this is going to be where I keep my paper patterns and my small cuts of fabric, like ones that are just like cut-offs. So these are all of the paper patterns. And I, like I said, I spent a whole bunch of time scanning them all in. So let's see. So some of this is kind of haul. So I said I'd ordered the drawn thread, Good Tidings, and I got the kit. And it comes with silk. So it's my first time using silk. So this is the pattern there, and it comes with the brown linen, the called for linen. It comes with a few some Mill Hill beads and these little stars that go on the birds' hats. I'm not ready for linen, and I don't, if I do linen, I'm gonna do even weave. But right now I just do Aida. 18 count Aida is like what I really like. I'm happy doing it. I have fun. That's what matters to me. So I scanned this one in so I could start it, and I did. Ooh, I should scan this in. This is my antlers for the jackalope up there. And this is the one that I got to stitch for my stepmom. It's the Christmas Eve, A Time for All Seasons series number 12. And it's cottage garden samplings, and it's Santa. And I thought, he's just gorgeous. And I know my stepmom will love him. So I scanned him in. And basically, you can have a scanned PDF and you can put it in Pattern Keeper. It's just not Pattern Keeper compatible. You have to add your grid, and then you can pick the symbols that you've stitched, but you can't search symbols. So you can use it, so you can track what you've stitched already, but you can't use it like you normally would use Pattern Keeper. So that's my plan. It works. So, and then I got this one, Counting is Hard, from Luminous Fiber Arts. I just thought that is the cutest thing. So that one's scanned in. This one I got a long time ago. I got it from Mislaidpages, and it's Carriage House Samplings, Red-winged Blackbirds. And this one I got the floss all kitted up. I think I'm going to start this one. Because I love red-winged blackbirds, and I just think this is so pretty. I think my mom would like it. So I got that one scanned in. I've got my floss ready. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video on how I use my heat erase pens to grid my fabric. So when I grid the fabric for it, I'm going to film it. This one I think I showed last time. It's the Birds of a Feather, No Bees, No Honey. That one's out of print. Scanned that one in. This one is the Prairie Schooler Christmas Samplers. It's got 3 different samplers. This one is Oh Christmas Tree. This one's Night Before Christmas, and this is it's like the Nativity. I thought I would do the Nativity for my mom and the Night Before Christmas for me. And this one I already had scanned in. It's the Prairie Schooler Where There Are Bees. So now I've scanned in the main pattern. I didn't scan in the little dudes that come with it. I should probably scan those in too. But that one I'm working on already. And then obviously Cardinal Points, I've already scanned that one in and started. So that's it. I spent, like I said, it should have only taken me like 20 minutes, but instead it took me like half an hour, 40 minutes. And there she is, calling. What else did I, oh, I also have the Tudor Bee. Okay, I'll be right there. And the Buzz Block from Hands On Design. And that one, when I got it, I got the whole kit. So it comes with that little wool felt thing for the top. But I didn't get the pins. But I got all the floss. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So those are my paper patterns that I've scanned in. So now when I'm ready to start them, I can load them into Pattern Keeper. So that was fun. So what else? I guess let's just get into the stitching. I worked on so many things. I made a little list so I don't have to keep flipping through my notebook. Let's see. So my last video I filmed on the 22nd. So I guess we'll start with new starts because my new start was that day. So, let's see. This is all gonna just keep being loud, sorry. So, here is Halloween Quaker. Get my little folder. I didn't get a huge start on it, but I did start. But here's what I got. Man, the light in here is funky right now. Now that I'm used to filming, hold on. Let's see. I don't know. Okay. I don't think that helped. It's just because it's nighttime, apparently. So, let's see. So this is all I got. Like I said, it's not very much. But it is 352 stitches. Really doesn't look like that much, but it is. Oh, I think I turned my brightness down on my screen too. Okay, so that's Halloween Quaker, and this fabric I got from Etsy. I can't think of the shop. Something.com. Dovestitch.com maybe? I don't know. It's fabric flare. So it's a printed Ada. I think it's called Twilight Hand Dyed Effect. And this is opalescent. It's got silver sparkles. But this is how big it's going to be. So that's the top, and the bottom is here. So I won't have to scroll or anything. So that is my first one. If I have to break away again, I'm going to fix my phone. So then after that, the next day, I worked on cardinal points, which is somewhere in here. Oh, here it is. Okay, I didn't work on it a lot. It's like I started working on it and then I was like, I kind of want to do something else. So I stopped working on this. I think it was because I wanted to go downstairs and watch TV, and this was just too big to bring down. I didn't want to bring down my whole Lowry stand. So I only did 49 stitches. Here's where it was before. And then here's where I'm at. I literally just did these little bit of gold. Again, 49 stitches. It doesn't look like 49 stitches, but it is. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure I worked on everything. And I still missed 2. But that's cardinal points. And this is just, I think it's called light oatmeal. I got it from Amazon. I'll link it below. I used that on a bunch of things. I actually really like it, and it's on my list of stuff from Amazon to buy when I get my tax money. I'm gonna get 2 more packs because I really like it, and it's a huge piece, so I can chop it up and get lots of projects off of it. So let's see. So that's cardinal points, Halloween. So when I did decide to go downstairs and not want to take that giant thing, I took my Stitchrovia. I cannot remember what the chart is actually called. I should probably look that up at some point. I just call it Tattoos or Sailor Jerry. But so here's where it was before. I did work on this 2 days. But so this is how far I am now. So before I had the flower and trust. And then I was filling in the color of the flower, and I still had some thread on my needle. So I went ahead and, it's mirrored. It's the same flower over here. So I went ahead and did the little middle of the flower over there. And then went back to black. So I started the cuff. These are 2 hands shaking. So that's like the cuff of a sleeve, and then that's the beginning of the hands. So on the 23rd I did 117 stitches. On the 25th I did 127 stitches. And then I decided that was it for me for that one for a little while. But I did get some stitches in. I wanted to at least get 100 of it on everything, but it didn't work out that way. So that's that one. 23. So then the next day on the 24th, I worked on my Hufflepuff banner. And I got 450 stitches on this one. So here's where it was before. And then here's where I got to, and I'm still stitching away on it, so there's still a thread on there, but. So I finished up the black, and I did, I think, one strand of the gray, and then this is 939. The badger's outline is 939. So it's actually dark blue. So that day I did 450 stitches, and I love it. And I'm glad that I got all the black done. So it's pretty cool. So there's that one. I'm gonna run out of room. Some of them are gonna have to go back on this side. I'm wearing my ramen noodle shirt. I got my little girl one too that just says Marchand ramen noodles or whatever. Okay, so that's Hufflepuff. 25. So on the 25th, I started my new start because it came in the mail and I was super, super excited. So I started it that day. And this is the one that came with silks. So here I am a tiny bit disappointed. I guess I'm just an idiot. I was hoping it would be full skeins, and it's not. But, so these are the silks. It's got 2 dinky dyes, which are these 2. So these 2 are the dinky dyes. It's a variegated red, and this is like a smoky gray. It's like a charcoal. And then the other colors are needlepoint silk, MPIs. So there's a green, a light brown, a light gray, and white. And I really like stitching with the silks. I don't like how short these are. I feel like I get to the end way too soon, and then I'm struggling playing the thread chicken, trying to use as much as I can so I don't run out. So I probably am gonna have to get one of those petite needles where they're shorter needles. But this is how far I got. I loaded, since it's a paper chart and I scanned it in so the chart is up and down instead of it being like this. I loaded it so it's like this, so I'm stitching it, you know, sideways. But it says Merry Christmas. And then, so I got the branch, that section of the branch is all the way done. I just have to do the green pine needles. And then I'm gonna do, like, there's 2 birds. I'll insert the picture. The picture of what it looks like when it's done. So the 2 birds, like, there's a bird on each side. So there's a hat, and then, you know, the rest of the branch. So I'm just gonna go zoop across, but it's gonna be down for me. But they're really nice. They're really pretty. I didn't have any brown Ada, and then I was like, oh, I've got that Ada that I dyed, and I was trying to get like an old parchment look, and it turned out way too dark the first time. So this is the way too dark, and it's almost like this dark part is the color of the brown fabric that it came with. So I'm like, oh, that'll work. I don't really like it. I mean, it's pretty. I'm hoping everything shows up okay. And I didn't have a matching needle minder, so I was like, oh, I'll just use my Robin from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. So, first silks, and I like them. And the Halloween Quaker is my first fancy floss. It's all, I got all the classic colorworks for it. So that'll be my first fancy floss. So that's pretty exciting. So I got a couple of firsts in here. So after that one, looks like the Chinese Zodiac. I hadn't worked on that since I think October, I think was the last time I worked on it. So I was like, I've got to get some in on this. So this is a decent amount, 461 stitches. So here's where it was before. And then here's where I got to. I did the red on the outside of this fan. And then I started, it has a big red circle around the whole thing. So I started the red circle, which is a different color of red than this. So I got like a quarter of that done. But I figured that was a good, I just wanted to get something in on it because I really do want to do this. So I like it. And then that one is Frosted Pumpkin. It was a stitch along 2019, 2020. I think it was a 2020 stitch along. But I bought it last year when it was the full pattern released because the stitch along's already over. I'm doing everything but the animals, and then the animals I am saving for last because they're going to be awesome and lots of color changes because they're like crazy colors too. Like you can see, so here's the purple lantern. Oh. Purple lantern, and then there was like just, this is the only other purple in the chart was this little line here, so I went ahead and did it. And that's someone's nose. I think it's the ox. That's his nose. So I'm like, I might as well just do those, what is it, 5 stitches? Why wait and do it later when it's, especially when it's right there. So I got some in on that, which is nice. That means I got a chunk done on that. And then the next day, the 27th, I worked on Schitts Creek all day. I took it to work with me. I worked on it on my break. I just knocked over all of my floss, but that's okay. I worked on it on my break, and then I left early after lunch, and so I worked on it for like 3 hours after work, and then came home, and after a while I worked on it at home too. So it got some major time, but I got the whole motel done. I wasn't gonna go to bed until I finished the trees. So I did 772 stitches. So here's where it was last time. And this was another one. I don't think I'd worked on it since November, maybe. Here's where I got to. So the whole motel is all done. And the grass. And I even did the rest of my strand of floss that I had and did the little crosses in that. And I was almost started another strand of black to do this side, but it was already late and I wanted to go to bed. But I am so happy that I got that done. So the next thing down is the Rose family. So after I get these, I can go ahead and erase my grid lines and see how it looks. I do have a question. I don't know if anyone is going to comment. So I had started stitching this. I charted the Schitt's Creek title myself. It had been charted with these big block letters, and I had started stitching it. Hold on, let's see if I can get close. See if you can see. So I had started stitching it with the big block letters, and I didn't like it, so I charted my own. But you can still see where those big block letters were in my Ada. How does anybody know how I can fluff up the Ada so it doesn't show those big holes like that? I don't know. I might ask in my cross stitch group too if I can get a good picture of it. I mean, once it's framed and stuff, I don't think you'll see it. I think the only reason I can see it is because when you're stitching, you can see through those holes. But I'm so happy that I got the motel done. It's so cool. And I used a red variegated. I had the variegated pack of DMC floss, and that's the red one that's like dark red, and it's like dark red and black. So I made like a blend and did the heart. So I'm really excited about that. That was major progress. So you get the family, and then after that there's three buildings. The Cafe Tropical, Bob's Garage, and the Apothecary. So that'll be a lot more big blocks of color, but that's okay. Major progress on that one. I was really excited about that. So then that was Thursday. Yeah. No. Yeah, Thursday, because today's Friday. I keep thinking it's Saturday. I was homesick. My stomach hurt really bad. I think we had pizza last night and it was really greasy. So yesterday was Thursday and I worked on that Schitt's Creek all day. Today, I was trying to get some more stuff stitched so I could show it. And I was trying to get a little bit of everything, and I missed 3 projects, not 2. So earlier today, I was working on Where There Are Bees, and here's where it was before, and then here's where I got to. I finished the letters. I think I had the W-H-E, so I finished the rest of the letters, and then this little bit of honeycomb. Now the reason there's gaps, it says where there are, and then bees is in a different color, and then there is honey, which is in a different color. So I'm trying to do all of this gray-green first. So that was 234 stitches. But again, lots of progress. And this isn't a very big chart. So. And then after that, I worked on my giant Harry Potter just because I haven't touched it in a long time. Well, since last week. And really I didn't do much. I went ahead and did I found a bronzy color. I was looking for a bronze color to make the Ravenclaw banner blue and bronze. So, and it's $6.80 if anyone else wants to do it. They had it charted as white, and I didn't want it to be white. So, that's the only thing I did. There's not much progress. Here's where it was last time. And then, that's all I did. I filled in the bronze on the banner. And then I started my black thread because I was going to keep stitching, and then I'm like, but now I kind of want to stitch. Like I said, I was trying to get stuff stitched, but I'm like, but I already had my thread, my needle threaded, and I'm like, I'll just start the first stitch so I at least don't lose my needle. So there we go. It's coming along. So that's gonna be the, you know, the bird, the raven probably. And I still am on the fence if I'm gonna pull out this yellow and this yellow. I think I probably will, but it's for another day. That's gonna be a whole big thing, and I'm just not sure. Maybe I could just, no, because it's already 2 threads. So maybe I could just stitch 1 thread of the brighter. I might do that. Just do 1 thread of the darker yellow to make it gold on top. I think that's what I'll do. So that works. Because I figure this, what number is that? 972 is more of a golden yellow as opposed to this 973. Like, this is what it is in the chart. And then I wish this was closer. And that's not gonna work. It's attached to my Lowry stand. So this light yellow is what's in the chart, and I think I want it to be this darker yellow. That was silly. Okay. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Okay. And then before we went out to dinner, I tried to throw a few stitches in my, oh hell no, it's literally like 50 stitches. But here's where it was before, and then here's where I got to. I added, you know, several rows down here, but it's only 50 something stitches. But like I said, I was trying to at least, I wanted to get 100 and everything, but I just didn't make it because I still have my Geisha Girl, Big Trouble in Little China, and the Cryptid Stitch Along, which today is the last release. It was released, I haven't even looked at my email. So it's officially over, and I still have to get caught up. I still have one, two, I think I've got 5 cryptids complete that I need to do, plus the 2 that I have the frames but not the actual creatures done. So I'm really only about halfway done. A little more than halfway. So here's where it is. So I still have to do these cryptids, but I got their frames done. So there's one here, and then I have 2, and then 2 above it. So I'm pretty far behind considering it ended today, but that's okay. I know I'll finish it. I was so aggravated with it, it's kind of been in timeout. And then I've been doing that color swatch, and I just don't think I want to do it anymore. And I've got so much work in on it, and I kind of don't want to do it now because there's so much back stitching that I have to do. For a project that literally won't ever be done. I just don't know if I want to continue, but it's so much work I've got in it. So I think I'm going to just take this one off the frame and roll it up and put it away. I do love it, and I love the idea of it. and I really do want to do it, but that's so much back stitching and not really, I don't know. Like you kind of have to do the back stitching before you can do anything, and then, I don't know. Like I said, I think it's just going to get put away for a while, and maybe, you know, the end of the year, I'll be like, hey, whatever happened to that? And I can just work on it and get a bunch done. But I think I want to just, ooh, low battery. I think I just want to put it away for a while, so I can at least have the frame for something else. So that's that. So that's all of my whips, which is almost all of my projects. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do the red-winged blackbirds. I got my floss ready. It's got real pretty colors. And then I'm probably just gonna use that same Amazon light oatmeal for it. Or I could just use, I've got this one that's just like a cream color. I could just use that. But other than that, I have a couple other projects I want to start. I really need to start the Santa for my stepmom. And then I want to do that Nativity Christmas sampler one for my mom. And there was something that was, oh, the big one that's, it was a stitch along from Tiny Modernist. I want to do that, and I'm going to use that sparkly gray that the Halloween Quaker's on, so it'll look like snowy. And then I just found Colorado CrossStitch, I think is her channel. I just started watching her, and she's gonna start a stitch along, and it's gonna be like cross stitch camp. And she says this time they're doing, so it's a monochrome, like a one color pattern. And she says, you know, you start on February 1st, and then you try to get it done in February. And I found a chart that I'm gonna do. I got the chart, and I got, oh, I forgot the floss in the car. So I found a chart, and this is what it is. I'll insert a picture. And then I got the kind of, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the chart, and it has to be one color pattern, but you can use variegated floss. So I got the Colaris. It's the one that's like red and green and purpley. I don't know. I thought that would look cool. So I'll just have to find which fabric I'm going to use on it. I have a blue Fiberlicious. It's called Once in a Blue Moon. I might use that. I thought that might look cool. Or I have the Midnight Ride by GrandmaGirlDesigns, although this chunk is kind of dark. It should probably still work. It's like a blue splotchy. Or I just have regular blue that I dyed. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna be ready to start that because I think that'd be a lot of fun. And then I have the, like I said, I want to start that the red-winged blackbirds too. So probably in the next day or two, I will film how I grid my fabric. So I will see you guys later. I forgot. So I know everyone knows their grandma that has the cookie container that's the sewing kit. And we were at Kroger's, and for Valentine's Day, they had Krabby Patty Valentine's heart. And I'm like, I need that for a sewing box. It's poofy. And it had heart-shaped Krabby Patty gummies in there. I was like, I have to have that. I need it. And look, the ruffle is the lettuce. And it's got sesame. Oh, I just had to have it. So, that's the other haul. So, I guess that's it. I will see you guys next week for another Flosstube. But I'll be filming the gridding the fabric. So that'll probably be either sometime this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. I'll film that so I can get that ready. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.